Inifresi, Geninimas Tacula, Gi Hinasoku, Imas Tacula, Gi Corazonhu, Zanimas Figo, Naninas Anyahu, Hu Ufresin Maisezu, Padabai Protehi, Zahu Defendi, I Hanengi, I Kotura, I Lenguahi, I Airi, I Hanam, Zanitano Chamorro. Nieren Shoku, Deretsu, Ginadzuas Tata, Esti Hua Fitma, Gihilui Biblia, Zani Bambarahu, Ibanderen, Guahan.
Buenas and Hafaday, and welcome to Hestorian I Isla, our annual Mes Tomorrow television series. In this episode, Rita Nauta with Guampedia.com will share an amazing fact about Guahan, and Polly Eric Forbes will teach us the Chamorro word of the day. Later, we will also continue our education and journey on the threatened Chamorro practice that is Amat Samoro, as we get to know some of the healers at Gumazoamti. All that coming up, so stay right there. Historian I Isla continues after this.
This portion of Historian I Isla is brought to you by Mangi Pops and the Tselu Shop.
Buenas and hafa day Telta Guahan, Guahu si Rita Nauta from Guampedia.com, a community project that highlights the unique history of Guam and Chamorro heritage of the Marianas. As the first Spanish colony in the Pacific and one of the remaining colonies in the modern world, Guam's colonial history helped shape what we refer to as our Costumbren Somoru today. After 3 centuries under Spanish rule, most people on Guam were literate in Chamorro and Spanish when the U.S. began governing the island through military rule in 1899. Many also spoke English because of trade with American and British whalers. Early naval governors made it their goal to have everyone learn English and use American money correctly. By the 1920s, the naval government stepped up the education of Chamorros. More teachers were trained and a formal grading system was established. There were 108 teachers and 2,837 students. Students stayed in school until they were 12 years old. Despite the no-speaking Chamorro rules instituted by the naval government, Chamorros continued to use our indigenous language in daily life. Biba Tsomoru, Biba Manyainata. Learn more amazing facts about our island and history at Guampedia.com. You can also pick up a copy of our 101 Amazing Facts About Guam at UOG's Triton Bookstore, at Iputian or Tsetlu in the Chamorro Village, and the Guam Museum gift shop. Sizus Maasi.
Dunklu na Sizus Maasi Rita and Guampedia for your annual contribution of amazing facts about Guahan. For more information on Guampedia, log on to their website at Guampedia.com. When we return, you will get to meet some of our traditional Chamorro healers. Over the past couple of weeks, we learned about the Haza Foundation and their work with Gumazoamti. We also learned about the plants our traditional Chamorro healers need to help their patients. In this episode, we will meet some of our Zoamtis. But to start things off right, Haza Foundation President Zita Pangilinan has seen the healers at work, listened to their individual experiences over the years, and now shares with us her thoughts about traditional Chamorro healing through the practice of Amat Samoro.
My experiences with healers, they are the most selfless people, giving of themselves and not asking of any payment in return. When they go for, I try and inform people the greatest insult you can give a Zoamti is when you ask them, well, how much do you cost? Or what's the fee? What's the fee, right? And see, again, in a community of believers, you don't ask those things, but you want, as part of your healing, you want to give to one who helps you and heals you, so that the well-being of the healers is always also taken care of.
With that in mind, let's meet some of the healers at Gumazo'amti. Starting off with one of the more well-known healers at Gumazo'amti, Rose Mateo, lovingly referred to as Mama Tsai. She has healed many with Amutsumoru and Lhasa for the past 63 years. She started off her story with a personal experience. As a new mother of a baby girl at the age of 19, her 9-month-old daughter was experiencing convulsions. Like any mother would, she took her child to the hospital, and it was there where she met an elderly woman whom, little did she know then, would change her life.
This old lady came to me, pat my back, asked me why I'm crying, that I was 19 years old. So I told her, my daughter is there, been treating, and they will admit her. So she asked me, do you heard about Guamanian medicine? I said, I have heard, but I don't know where to get it, and now it's too late. My daughter is really dying. She said, you come to my place. I said, I don't know. Do you believe? First, she asked me, do you believe in Guamanian? I said, right now, I will believe no matter what. Even my husband don't believe. If she wants to divorce me, go ahead. I want to survive my daughter.
After doctors at the hospital decided not to admit her 9-month-old baby, Mama Tsai took the infant to the home of this elderly woman, believing that she could cure her. After the Amutsumoru was administered, the woman then asked Mama Tsai if she would like to learn the practice of being a Suruana. Of course, given where she is today, Mama Tsai said yes.
So I do follow her all the way where she wants to go. To get medicine in the jungle, I climb trees. That's why I'm a climber. I climb wherever the medicine is. I want my daughter to get well. So that's how I learned. I'm 19 years old when I learned that curing children, and then massage. Then she taught me how the older people medicine, the Amut Pinino, I learned.
So since then you've been...
Since then, I learned 6 months, then she told me to try on the baby. So I did try. It's okay, she told me I can do it. So I keep on making to my children, her kids.
Yeah.
That's how I learned. I learned to massage. I learned to care. Ladies want to have kids. She teach me those.
Mama Tsai has tried to pass on the art to her children. However, her children and grandchildren never wanted to practice, particularly because they didn't like how some children cry when being treated. Now she is teaching an apprentice at Gumazo'amti, Clarissa. Mama Tsai is glad that her apprentice is learning and practicing the art of healing on some of the clients at the facility.
There is a girl here came and asked if she can join. I appreciate. I like to give out your knowledge. Yes, but they said it's hard. But this girl really wants. She's learning now. I teach her how to massage. I teach her how to make the baby drink medicine. Make sure that the baby don't what's that? Nilimus. So she is good already. I practice her already to massage and to make baby drink medicine. She's okay. I always ask the people that come that she touch, how do you feel when she touch you? They said they are good. So I believe she is good in massaging.
Mama Tsai says that a Zo'amti must have the right hands to heal their patients. Even she has experienced difficulties with healing when she was not able to help her own son.
She has a body ache. I do massage, the more pain he got. So this old man, Harvey Barnes, I called him, can you please help me with my son? Then he told my son, your mom is not matched to you, but the rest, they are.
Wow, I didn't know that it was like that.
It's like that.
Wow, so it's like
there's a lady here been massaged, but I tell my girl, don't massage her already because she complains she is aching. Wow. There is the sign of that.
She compared it to people who have that green thumb in planting. Some have the healing hands for a certain person, and some don't. Another healer at Gumadzoamti is Susan Taitano Ugan. Auntie Susan has been taught the practice of Amut Samoro by her great-grandmother and her parents.
Our great-grandmother also, from our mom on down, has been passed on with generations with the Supiano family, and that's my mom's Tenorio side. Okay. Yeah, our father also was gifted in that way with medicine. He would tell us to go and pick some stuff so we can help our mother put the medicines together.
Auntie Susan's parents taught her not only the ways of a Zoamti, but also gave her the knowledge necessary to be able to identify the herbs and what medicines will go with which ailments. She is hoping that she will be able to pass on this practice. Just like in treating a patient, a willing apprentice has to believe in Amut Samoro.
That if you feel you have an ailment that has been bothering you, or your whoever, that they should come here and get an opinion, if not the second opinion from the doctors, Western medicine, so that way they can help heal themselves and also stay away from a lot of the stuff that is added on to the Western medicine.
Right,
you know, you can't, yes, right. And the preservative, they have to do that so that in order for it to work, whereas we can just ask them to help find the medicine, and we will help them put them together so it can help heal them. And they need to know that when they come over here, that we're not working miracles, and that they need to believe that it would be the help that they want. Right. Because if not, really they're wasting their time. Yeah. You know, they need to know that. And everybody should come over here, and just the area here is just unbelievable. Yeah, come and have some of this that a lot of people out there pay to come and see and get. Right. And we live here. Right. Please help us take care of it, our culture, our herbs, and ourselves especially. Yes, most definitely. And educate the children. That's the most bottom line. Right.
The practice of traditional healing is not just for Chamorros. This practice of using the earth to heal is worldwide, and this region is no different. Meet Betty Malachi. She is from Mokil, located in Pohnpei, an island a lot smaller than Guam, so much smaller that it doesn't even have a hospital of its own. This is why the people on Mokil visit their version of a Suruwanu more often. Betty has mastered the art of Lhasa for many years and has been a resident of Guam for the past 28 years. It wasn't until recently that she has decided to be a part of the Zoamti family. Here she explains what she can do to help the patients.
Like preach baby, when they strangle their feet, I give out some of the medicine that my mom and my great-grandmother taught me, and my grandma, but most of all, I do massages because over here they're so small placed, and it's all private property. You cannot just cross anywhere to pick hammock. Right. So it's better. I wish if I have a land here, I will plant more.
When we return, we will chat with an apprentice that has wholeheartedly answered her call to be a healer. Clarissa Torres is a proud apprentice at Gumadzoamti. I say proud because she is. Her pride was unmistakable in our conversations. You can hear it and you can see it.
So how I found my way here was through introduction of this place from one of my friends, and then while things weren't right, I was praying a lot, and this one day I asked God for a very clear sign of what it is I was supposed to do. And that same day, Mama Chai's granddaughter was my patient, and so I talked with her about what Mama Chai does and whatnot, and after that I just made my way down here, and I let go of my work stuff and then just dived in.
Clarissa has been an apprentice with Gumazo Amti for over a year. She works under Mama Tsai, whom, as you may recall, has a lot of faith in Clarissa and her potential as a future Zoamti. Clarissa is a strong believer in the Haza Foundation's work with Gumazo Amti and understands the importance of passing on this threatened practice of Amut Samoru. She shares what she believes are the keys to move Gumazo Amti forward: encouragement and education of the people, especially in this day and age of westernization.
It's been known for like a long time, from what I understand, that the medicine that we have here is good for us, and it's as if we've kind of forgotten because we see and we're deeply involved in the Western side of things, and that's not to say that it's all bad, but if a people is from a place, then the land that they're from, it provides everything that they need. So the medicine that is already here, it would only benefit us if we went back to it and we paid attention to it and learned about it and tried to protect it. Yes, some of the Western medicine is good and it is helpful, but you don't see 100% recovery sometimes until they actually have the medicine from Guam.
Throughout her time at Gumazo Amti, she has recognized a growing amount of patients coming in for the specialized services they offer. But the patients not only receive Amut Samoru or Lhasa, Zoamtis also make it a point to educate.
We also educate our patients too, like if they want medicine, then we ask them to help us look for medicine, or like we'll tell them to look for Bipena and we'll show them what it looks like. So for sure, the more that we educate them and let them know what we're looking for, show them what it looks like, and let them know how the medicine benefits them, then yeah, they bring more people and they come more often too.
Oh, I didn't realize that you guys would, ask them to do it. I would say that that's a way of, right, like you said, educating them, and so later on they they would be able to identify and collect the plants themselves, and then also teach others, right?
Yeah, because that's how it used to be before, from just reading my history and learning from the Zuamti. Before, when we needed medicine, the Zuamti would tell us what to look for, and then we would bring the medicine over, and then they would, like whatever else they had, then they'll put it together. So that's definitely one way to help regulate or perpetuate our culture and the healing again, is to get back on track with knowing the medicine, knowing what to look for, and helping the Zuamti help them.
To continue the perpetuation of the art of Amut Samoru, Clarissa says that there is no better healing than what comes from our land.
Take care of the island, help your mayors, help your neighbors, like take care of the land, look out for medicines, be more about the actions of helping the land rather than speaking. The more that you put into it, the more that our land will grow back and and give back to us. So.
Clarissa has high hopes that the people of Guam can come together and take care of the land that we have, as she believes the less we take care of the land, the worse it'll get. Trisha Lizama, Haza Foundation's grant writer and researcher during her time at the University of Guam, has tried many times to get a list of traditional Chamorro healers. She has contacted numerous government of Guam agencies. However, her search has led her nowhere, as she eventually learned that there was no list that existed.
Because people, in terms of culture, the traditional healing is perpetuated through the word of mouth. And so although there were many people practicing, they didn't want to commit to being on a list because it wasn't part of our traditional values, right? It wasn't part of like this, I'm on a list, I'm the healer. And so that, although I can understand from a cultural perspective, has made it more challenging in terms of trying to identify healers. And I think through the work that we've been doing in the last 7 or 8, more so for Haza because they've been around longer, we've been able to compile almost like a secret list. I mean, many of the people that are here at Guma Zo'omti have, you know, readily opened up to identify themselves as healers, but there are many still yet in the community that still practice out of their home. So Guma Zo'omti is a different model of how traditional healing is being practiced, and although many might not agree that this, you know, culturally is a model that they might not agree to because people are openly practicing, one of the things that I found in my research is that many people still wanted to seek out the services of a healer, but they didn't know how to find one, right? So, and again, it's word of mouth. And so if you don't, you know, usually your grandma or your aunties will tell you, like, this is a healer, go and see them, right? But if the healers that they knew at their time passed away, they didn't know who was taking on the practice of that healer.
And then if it hasn't been passed on, then you lose that entire lineage of...
Exactly, right? And so what we're finding is that it's not that people, the healers, don't want to pass it on, because they do, right? They acknowledge that this is very important knowledge. But if they have family members that they want to pass it on to, that they have identified, but their family member doesn't want to take it on for, you know, many different reasons, mostly hardships, commitment of time, economic reasons, then who are they going to pass it on to, right? Which is the beauty of Guma Zo'omti, because now it's a healing center. And so we have one apprentice now. We've had apprentices in the past, but it's an opportunity for people to be an apprentice.
Everyone will be welcomed to see if they qualify to be an apprentice. According to Trisha, the interested person will have to be assessed by the healers. The only way to do that is to spend time with the healers. Only they will be able to tell if a person will make not just a good apprentice, but a great healer as well. To learn more about Guma Zo'omti or to see if you can make it as an apprentice, give them a call at 747-2683. Before we close out this show tonight, let's listen in on our Chamorro Word of the Day with Polly Eric Forbes.
This portion of Hestorian I Isla is brought to you by Island Strings and Things, Mi Sazon, Cream Salon, Thai Smoothie and Grill, Tsodi, and AM Insurance.
Today's Chamorro word is one of our 4 main emotions, sad. In Chamorro, tristi. Sarah Lou sang this famous remake of the Nashville hit song of the 1960s, Sad Movies Make Me Cry, Tristi na Movie. Actually, many Chamorro songs center around this word and this emotion, like Frank Bokongo's song, Tristidzo. When you're sad, everything drops, gravity takes over. Your heart drops, burdened with heaviness. Your mouth drops. Sad people even look down at the floor. Someone may ask, Kau tristi how? Are you sad? Hungan tristidzo. Hopefully, not for long. If you'd like to know more about Chamorro language, culture, and history, go to www.paleric with 1 E, PALERIC.blogspot.com.
Dunkaluna Sizus Maasi Polly Eric, we are truly grateful for your continued work to preserve and pass on the Chamorro language. We look forward to next week's Word of the Day. Be sure to tune in next week for our final episode of Hestorian I Isla, as we will find out what the Haza Foundation hopes for Guma Zo'omti in the future. Biba mes Samoru, Biba Kuturata, Tanota, Lenguahita, Zan, Toru I Tauta Marianas. Guau si Joyce Lenatalik, adios esta ki mali talu.